Hey Earth signs, how you doing? Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, all placements in between. So if you have Earth in your chart, this could be for you. This is going to be your timeless message, okay? Whenever you see it, it's going to be for you, all right? So I've been channeling here already, for a good while. I'm going to use some cards as well, but there's something about um, there people are afraid of your light, okay? People are afraid of you expressing yourself. People are afraid of you figuring out that you waiting around for something to happen was the block. Like, you become aware of what is being put in front of you. Does that make sense? Like, energetically. And I feel like, there are some people that are actively working on you, or been working on you for quite some time. And I feel like you realize um that you waiting around, like I mentioned, is the block. They realize like, uh-oh, he or she's figuring that out. Like, there's something about taking action. There's something about, you being more practical, being more independent. Like, there's that energy, that fear around, people have this fear around you being independent. Okay, you're holding on to an old version of you, hoping you stay in a certain vibration, is what I get. Like, there are a lot of people that's still attached to a certain, version of you, and they want you to stay there. And there are some people that are actively working on you with magic and stuff to keep you in a low vibration, to keep you giving them attention or giving them energy, and it's staying stuck in one place and thinking, when is it gonna, it's like this thing where you're expecting somebody else to save you, kind of thing, when you're gonna be the one that saves yourself, okay, kind of thing. They wanted you to play the victim mentality, or signs, okay. And I can feel this energy because you've been an alchemist, okay. You are a person that transmutes negativity into positivity, okay. You're into a blessing, into money, into growth, okay, because you're a person that has had to sit with uncomfortable emotions, uncomfortable fears, and you have done that, okay. And you have done enough of the healing, is what I get. You have done enough, and now it's time to get out in the world. It's time to not be so fearful of the world, okay. There's something about that energy. These energies, these people, because you feel things so strongly, is they wanted you to stay in a certain way, in a certain, like I mentioned, vibration. And because if they realize that when you start raising your vibration, you start seeing that, okay, these people have been blocking me from actually even doing anything or taking action or thinking. Like, I just get this energy where um they, have like a string. All right, a string. I see a string. So, like, a stringing you along, like moving you, manipulating your movements, your mind, telling you that that's not a good idea, this ain't a good idea, I'm gonna do this, when is this gonna happen. Like, there's this energy where they had you obsessed, okay, at some point, obsessed with certain people. I feel like people do some type of work where they literally manipulate people's, like, free will, in a sense, or a particular person that they know they can't have, but they can't have, but they keep them around, or something like that. There's something where people do that with you, or something. People that want to be with you, they try to manipulate your free will, is what I get. But you realize that they can't, because there's no way you can manipulate somebody's free will. Um, all right, because this was given to you. Okay. Um, People trying to take things that are not yours, that belong to you, basically. I'm getting, all right. And you now doing something about, like, going after your goals, pursuing, acting on your intuition, acting on you're allowing your psychic abilities, your spiritual abilities to lead the way. You're no longer doubting these things, or at least that's what you're about to step into, is what I feel you're really stepping out of a big cycle, you guys. Or signs, or something about you stepping out of a huge, like, some type of, like, something has to do with, like I mentioned, with magic. Somebody was putting a spell on you, putting some type of jinx on you, or like that kind of energy, thinking you wouldn't find out, or you wouldn't reach that point where it comes into your awareness, okay. And that's what I'm feeling. So but let's get some cards now. So because there could be some family involved here, allegedly. Disclaimer, for entertainment purposes only, but that's what I'm picking up for my earth signs. Okay, like I feel like next year you're gonna see all that, those delays just go just out, you know, and you're gonna be actively asserting yourself. Okay, you're gonna be asserting yourself. Okay, I see you moving out or moving to one career to another. Okay, like there's that energy. All right, I feel this really strongly. All right, so yeah, Queen of Pentacles. So you know, I feel like that the patience has been tested like this year. Like the patience has been tested. We have the sun, so you may have been just busy, you know, taking care of your family, you know, kind of thing. But I feel like, you know, certain family members are a part of this delay or this blockage, or somebody's trying to, like, I just feel like, you know, they've been delaying this, they've been delaying your blessings for a long time. Okay, they've been delaying your blessings for a long time, and they don't realize that you grow like the lotus flower. So the lotus flower could be very significant. Okay, so yeah, yeah, like I mentioned, you're going to have things returned to you. You're going to have all the blessings that were blocked before, because spirit says, you know, you cleared the way. Okay, you've cut through the illusions or something. You cut through the spell. You cut through the hex or something like that. Okay, like that working they've been doing to you. This is in your first house of your image. So your image, you know, you always may be self-conscious of your image, or you always have to defend your image. But you feel now, I feel like going into next year, you're going to feel like you don't need to prove nothing to anybody. You're not going to be afraid of anything, because you're going to actively pursue your goals now, or you're going to see certain goals or blessings come to fruition. All right. Yeah, I feel like, you know, you're going to embrace the notion or the narrative that people say, oh, you're crazy for walking this path. You know, you're like, yeah, I'm walking this path and I'm succeeding. Like that's your energy. Okay, or that's about to be your energy. Okay, yeah, I feel like you're gonna speak your truth more. You're gonna just and this is something you do already, I feel like, with the judgment here. Okay, and I feel like it's about divine intervention is what I get for you guys. Everything that was deserved, that you, like I mentioned, your blessings, what you're manifesting, what you're creating, you know, those blocks, maybe when it comes to like I just feel like mostly money blockages here. They thrown blocks at your money a lot. Okay, so yeah, the moon. So yeah, a lot of behind the scenes work was done, okay, to you by certain people. I'm going to say allegedly, but this, you know, not for every earth sign, but there's something about that coming through, and you know, working through navigating that all year long. Okay, and then realizing like, oh, okay, that makes sense now. Yeah, setting boundaries, saying no. Okay, Eight of Pentacles, fifth house of your confidence, creativity, self-expression. So this is something that you really gotten more creative with, how to express yourself. Okay, how to be yourself, how to, you know, show more parts of your personality, you know, kind of thing. You know, just setting boundaries in general as well. Two of Pentacles, yeah, not taking on things that aren't yours. Okay, this is in the sixth house of your work, job, daily routine, and health. All right, sense of self-improvement. So learning not to burden yourself, or, you know, like not everything is yours to bear. Okay, yeah, the Lovers. So yeah, there's a energy of jump, like jumping a timeline. Okay, you guys jumped a timeline recently with this. Okay, and you're meeting the people that are connected to this timeline. All right, you're more magnetic than before. All right. I feel like, and it's time for you to embrace this more. Okay, Page of Wands. Yeah, because there's been just really a focus on self all year, focusing on the present moment. Okay, not getting obsessive over the past or the future. It's been about present moment kind of energy, and it's showing here. Like you're glowing. You're like, people are complimenting you more, I feel like, here, and how you dress or how you look. Like there's something about that. This is the placement of your eighth house, which is spiritual growth. So there's a lot of growth. There's a lot of key noticeable things about your energy. Okay, Knight of Pentacles, because you surrendered. Okay, you surrendered to the divine, to the spirit. Okay, and just kind of understand that, and it's time to be more practical. It's time to be more assertive. Okay, I feel like you're just going to step into this more. You're about to like get those projects going, or actively learn something new. There's something about that coming through. Yeah, Six of Pentacles. So yeah, I feel like your priorities have shifted, and balance is, like I mentioned, is being restored here. This is in the 10th house of your career, your status, professional destiny. Okay, time. So I feel like you feel the time is now. Like you feel like your time is now, or you realize that the time is now, if that makes sense. Like it's not going to come to me unless I actually assert myself, kind of thing. All right, Six of Cups in the 11th house of social media technology, unexpected change, individuality. So yeah, it's like no more of this giving everybody the benefit of the doubt kind of energy. Like you've always done that, and you had people just take advantage of that in some way, shape, or form. So I feel like whatever you leave behind in 2024, it's going to stay there. Okay, is what I feel. All right, because there are just a lot of delays. Like there's something about people just delaying something. Okay, like they keep sending stuff towards your mind and stuff, and making you think you have to wait around or something. Like when is it going to change, kind of thing. It's kind of like you realize now that there's a practical thing here, an element that you're missing, and now you're going to be more assertive, and you're going to, or the things you've been putting out there are going to just simply come into your life, because you're actively realizing that sitting around, and just because you've done a lot of internal work this year, or signs, but now it's time for the practical aspects of things. We have the seven of wands. As I mentioned, there have been just in things sent towards you, a lot of spiritual type warfare. I'm going to say spiritual attacks and things of this nature, where now you don't give that attention. Like there's something about you turning your attention away from it. And this is, the man is wearing green. The color green is the heart chakra. Okay, so they always send it after your heart chakra, make you, what they were planning to do was isolate you. What they're planning to do is put you in solitude, so you just quit and you stop healing, you stop doing this, you stop walking your path. They want you to completely give up, but little did they know, when you go into solitude, you actually heal and you address things, and your vibration changes. So that's why these things can't be delayed anymore, because you realize like, oh, now that they realize that you actually have to be assertive in some way, shape, or form, now they're scared, because it's like, that energy can only work for so long until the person, because energy like this, when it's projected in this negative way, where people are wishing failure and things like that, it feeds off of insecurities. It feeds off the energy of things you haven't worked through yet. But when you work through as much as you do, that is not going to work anymore. It's not. Okay, like I see that. And there's people from your past that are doing it, or working on you, or holding on to a version of you, and hoping you don't succeed, and like afraid of your life. They're afraid of they're afraid of the way you talk. They're afraid of your confidence. They're afraid of the way you even look, the physical appearance. They're just jealous of you in general, jealous of everything. That how can this person have all these things and people love them, and blah, 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 blah. You have people that compete with you all the time. Okay, just so you more likely know that. If you don't, well, you know now. But people always looking to compete with you, thinking that, oh, so and so just think they're better than everybody else, when you're just being yourself. Okay, like I feel that energy coming from the collective, or the people that are just not at the same vibration as you. Okay, like there's an energy like that. Earth signs, I just feel like there's just this hex that's just falling off of you. This bad luck, I'm gonna say. Like I feel like you've just been like, you may feel like, well, there's just bad luck all the time, but you've realized there's something that you realize that there isn't really, like, the bad luck isn't really like your fault. It's like something else. Okay, but you work through yourself. When you do as much healing work as you do, earth signs, those things do become ineffective, and you do realize something, and spirit's kind of like, okay, spirit's kind of almost letting you know why certain things happen now. Like it's almost like they revealing something to you right now, a flash of insight, letting you know, like, that's what happened. That's why I felt the need to leave or something, because it's like this energy where I get strings, okay, like controlling you, at that point. Now it's completely burned off of you, okay? Your light's too intense for that kind of stuff, and you no longer fear life, okay? You had a fear of just like being out and experiencing life in general, okay? At times, okay? Yeah, because you're the voice of reason, you're the voice of truth, okay? Like there's that energy where your voice, your energy inspires, it uplifts, and it creates immediate impact. You have a lot of wisdom, you have a lot of courage, you have a lot of knowledge, okay? Um, you are a natural born leader. It's kind of like you want somebody else to take the lead, but it's like, you are the one that's going to take the lead. Like balance is being restored to you because it feels like you're either too much in your feminine or you're too much in your masculine, okay? But I feel like for a lot of y'all earth signs, you're a lot in your masculine, your feminine energy, okay? Meaning like you're just healing a lot and surrendering to your emotions, surrendering and feeling your emotions to grow and things like that. But now it's time to mix the masculine energy in with practicality, and now it's time to go about this physical realm with confidence, okay? Because you've broken something, you've broken free from an energetic tie that you've had to certain people for a long time. The versions that they have of you those versions no longer exist, so that energetic tie just automatically just falls off of you, and you could be feeling lighter at this time, you could feel more expressive at this time. As I mentioned, you could be more creative at this time. Like if there's something like about a boost of creativity, a boost of like something about your mind too, like your mind is more abundant. Realizing that everything is working in your favor, everything that I do turns to that everything I do turns, prospers and things. Like there's something with that huge shift because you jumped a timeline or something, because your energy has shifted so much. So you jumped a timeline recently, okay, is what I'm picking up. All right. Those things that you used to control you through your thoughts don't control you. These bad habits maybe you've had, you cleared those. Like that kind of energy I feel here, earth signs. You guys are really people that have tried, that have caused delays so much in your life, they're about to see those delays be ineffective if they try to send more. Like they just have to watch you is what I get. They just have to watch you succeed. They're just going to have to watch you achieve everything that they hope that you didn't, and your power that you have, the power of good, like this energy, the power of unconditional love, the power of helping humanity, bringing truth. Like you're stepping into that stuff, you're sharing more of your knowledge, you're sharing more of these things, and without fear, and like because you're protected, because I feel like people just realize how protected you actually are. um, and I just feel like your ancestors are, a big part of this change, because your ancestors have been in the background just really sorting things out for you, making sure that you keep going, that you keep pushing through, that you keep walking this path, you continue to heal. And you'll realize at one point that there'll be a point where you realize, okay, this is not going to hold me anymore, like that kind of energy. All right. So your ancestors, a big part of this. Okay. Ancestors and angels. Okay. You guys have ancestors and angels, protecting you, and that you may work with, I feel. You guys work with ancestors, you guys work with angels, I feel like a mixture of both of those types of things, I feel, to protect you. They've been protecting you this entire year, and now you're in a place where those delays are no longer, you're not going to, in 2025, you're not going to experience any delays whatsoever. I feel like earth signs, there's something about that. But if you experience a delay, you'll know why. Like there's something where you'll bounce back pretty quickly if there is a delay. But I feel like for the most part, there's something about delays being a non-issue. There won't be hardly any delays next year. There'll be a lot of things coming into fruition. All right. Because a lot of these energies were like trying to create this self-sabotage within you. Okay. The self-doubt within you. Okay. Pushing you into solitude, pushing you into confinement. Okay. Without them actually doing it themselves. Like energetically, they've been doing that. Like people just hope you just stay away from society forever, kind of thing. All right. But that ain't going to happen now. All right. You're getting back into it. You're reaching a new vibration here. Okay. So, all right, Earth Signs. Hope y'all enjoyed this reading. This was intense. All right, like, share, and subscribe. Support me on TikTok, The Cap Energy. I am available for personal readings. I'm, experimenting with with my services and what I offer and things like that. I'll put some of what I, now offer. I now offer shamanic healing. So if you're interested in that, you could contact me. I'll put that in the description box. I'm just sorting through things, working through things, and seeing what I like, what I offer, and all these things spiritually. Okay, spiritual, like just I feeling like I'm just wanting to see, because it's almost like this energy too. This is for you, Earth Signs, as well. Experimenting, okay, experimenting with new ideas that you receive. Like I feel like new ideas have come in and you've experimented with it and you see how that goes. Like that, I see a lot of those like you get that that nudge from your spirit team or your higher self to try that creative idea, and it's going to really bring a lot of good towards you, and you're going to about to see that come in as well. Some of y'all are being pushed to create something physical, to create something tangible. I feel like, Earth Sign, there's something about getting back into something or starting something. Like when you working with your hands, I'm getting like there's something you do really well with your hands. Like I just feel like you guys are crafty. Guys could be weavers or something like that. You guys could be Native American. You guys could be indigenous as well, or just have a lot like maybe a tribal ancestry. Don't have to be indigenous, but there's something about crafting. I see something like about dream catchers or something, even like things that you create with your own hands here. Okay, that's coming through. All right, just trying that, and it's like, this is gonna like I could see myself going down this path. Like everything is there for you now. Like it's like you understand the world is, like they say, the world is your oyster kind of thing. The world is there for you to embrace and see the blessings and see the opportunities. Like that's what you're seeing. Like you're seeing this vast abundance in the world that you may have not seen before. It's like this energy of like you're just seeing things that you haven't seen before. You haven't seen the good before. Like you haven't seen the abundance and prosperity that is actually in front of you before. Like everything is just it's just completely different. It's hard to explain with you guys, but like you just see where there is an opportunity to grow or an opportunity to prosper. Like you're seeing it now. You're understanding that isn't off limits anymore. Like now it's like you're just open to trying new things when it comes to your path, and knowing that your path isn't like one way. It doesn't have to be this way straight down. It could be this way, move this way, up this way, do this way, and go this way. Like you realize something like that, I feel like. All right, because you've been working on your heart chakra especially, so it helps you receive and be open. Okay, so all right, y'all, that I just that really came through strongly, so I delivered that. So all right, y'all, like, share, and subscribe. Remember, the more you heal, the more you notice. Stay hydrated, stay safe, stay protected. I love y'all. Namaste.